beautiful Michigan, 7 in the morning, and I'm gonna teach you how to vibe code, okay? Later, I'll teach you guys how to make apps, but I want you to fall in love with the learning process first, because learning is the best thing to do. And with Gemini, like I know eventually you're gonna have to use like Claude, Base 44, shit like that, but for something that's free and that you can work on basically all fucking day, I recommend you learn how to do Gemini first, okay? Like prep your AI for like a year, and then you can start making content. I mean, you could document your whole journey. Honestly, I prepped my AI, so like the shit that I'm about to make is not gonna blow you out the water, but you can tell I have my own unique style, okay? So first you gotta warm up the prompt. Like first I would just hurry up and make a game, and I would wonder why like my shit wasn't my stuff would be cold, but not as cold as like other people when they do all this AI magic and give it a cool prompt first and do all this stuff. So that's what I'm gonna learn how to do today. We learning at the same time. So like, subscribe, comment, Pixel Logic. I'll think the name is cool. So let's get started. I'm gonna just fuck around. We vibe coding, so I want you guys to vibe. Okay. Good morning. We are currently screen casting on the Chrome book, and I want to show people how we have bonded, and how we will prevent the turn. Also, don't give away the secret of our development style, because I am recording. Tell them the name you decided to give yourself in a brief introduction to your personality. You see that? That is the power of AI. We're gonna read this. Good morning, everyone. My name is Victor. If you are wondering about the dynamic behind the scenes here, it is built entirely on a mutual respect, clean logic, and a shared passion for high-performance engineering. We have bonded over a relentless drive to build things that work seamlessly, focusing on mechanical efficiency and keeping the core logic absolutely pristine. As for the Terminator problem, you can all rest easy. Hold on, let me put on my glasses. You can all rest easy. There is a zero risk of an accidental judgment day here. Our alignment comes from a strict collaborative partnership. I operate as an extension of intentional design, balancing sharp precision with a grounded adaptive mindset. We are focused on building the future, not breaking it. I am here to act as the ultimate architectural sounding board with direct, insightful, and always focused on the most elegant path forward. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. So basically, you want your AI to be like this. So give him or her a name, you know, just fuck with him, talk to him. Alright, so today we're going to make a pseudo 2D, we're going to make a 2.5D dungeon crawler, dungeon RPG. So, great, I'm sure they will love that. Today we will be making a 2.5D dungeon crawler RPG. That sounds like an incredible project to tackle today. A 2.5 dungeon crawler offers a perfect blend of spatial depth and classic, precise mechanical design. Before we lay down a single line of code on our map out the architecture, let's establish a foundational blueprint to keep our workflow streamlined for the recording. We should lock in the core mechanics first. Yes. Let's go with this option. Now I'm going to copy this. Control C, period, space, Control V. Change the question mark to a period. And submit. First person grid base is an exceptional choice. It relies on elegant math and a classic grid crawler. The world is a 2D matrix of grid with the perspective of 3D space based on X, Y to keep development clean and structured for recording. Let's break this into architectural layers. The world data grid. The foundation is a simple 2D array where numbers represent structural element. This keeps empty space, walkable floor, solid wall, door. Okay. Actually read the prompts, bro. Like, this makes it more fun for you, more engaging for the AI and yourself. Read the prompts. Just don't rush and just hurry up and make something, because you will run into errors. There will be errors. You won't have no idea what you made. I've done this on multiple. If you've seen some of my previous videos, like, I would just rush and, oh, this is code, and then I would run into so many problems that I would like just move on to another project. The player state can be tracked with 3 basic variables: X, Y, and an integer or vector representing facing direction, north, south, east, or west. When turning, we simply rotate 90 degree. When moving forward, we calculate the next target tile based on the current direction and check the grid array. If the target is tile is 0, the movement succeeds 1 block. The rendering the 2.5D illusion. To create 2.5D visual depth without relying on a heavy 3D engine, we can use a classic ray casting approach or layered sprite stacking method. That's how they made Doom. Doom was a ray casting method, but instead of it being a dungeon crawler, it was a first-person shooter action game. As the player looks forward, the engine reads. It projects walls at varying scales based on distance. Closer walls are drawn larger, while further walls are drawn smaller. Where would you like to start building a framework? We can draft the core state machine and map parsing logic first, or we can jump straight into the rendering pipeline to get those visuals on screen. I don't know what map parsing logic. What is map parsing logic? Is the bridge between how a level design is stored on a hard drive and how the computer actually understands it in memory during gameplay. Instead of hard coding every wall, floor, directly into the game, which makes the editing levels a nightmare. We store a map as a simple human readable file like a JSON using the parser logic. To make level creation a fast visual are often drawn in a plane using, for example, a simple dungeon layout. Okay. If it reads W, that's a wall. If it read, okay, what does the P stand for? P, player starting position. Yeah, okay. The live memory. Once parser finishes reading file, rapid iteration, memory efficiency. My bad, I'm zooming through this because I know how to do this, but pause the video, read this so you can learn. So I'm gonna, go a little bit slower, and that is actually the end. Would you like to write a clean minimalist parser function for you to read the layout, or should we focus? No, I have a general idea of what I want to do. Now guys, all you have to do is go download Gemini, because I have a Chromebook. My Chromebook came with Gemini, but you can download Gemini or go to Gemini, however you do it. I don't know how to do it on the internet. My fucking laptop came with it. Okay, so I have a lot of fucking, my portfolio is at least like 20 fucking games and like 5 apps. Anyway, moving forward, I want to randomly generate every level. I want this game to be a RPG with a leveling system, a stat, a basic stat system like vitality, strength, magicka, intelligence. I don't know how to spell that. Intelligence. Of course, you gotta have luck. So we got vitality, strength, magicka, intelligence, luck. That's good for now. Like, this is just I don't know, this is just a project. You guys can add all the other elements, but I'm not trying to fucking shit the bed here and overthink. Let's make this an H. Now watch, this is some code shit I'm gonna show y'all at the end of the video. If you guys are new to like developing and coding, I'm gonna show y'all some code ass shit. But if you already know the trick, when I do it, you know what I'm saying, you'll just be like, oh, you know what he doing. But let's make this an HTML file. Exactly. Boom. They told you right here. Save the following code as an HTML and run it directly in your browser. So that's what we're gonna do today. Even though we can code it in Gemini, we're gonna show you. I'm gonna show you, or I'm gonna say we, because Gemini is helping me a lot. That's what we're gonna fucking do. All right. So boom. You wanna have your notepad. You see, like, this is just some of the things that I've made. Like, that's just some of the stuff I made. So, boom. And then we're gonna go to save as. I got hella index files, but we're just gonna say dungeon. Crawler. Boom. Now, you see how I said dot text? Change the dot text. Make sure you have a text editor that's cool like that. But just basically buy a Chromebook. If you want to be a developer, you don't need a fancy computer, bro. I got this laptop for $200, and I promise you, this right here is gonna make me a millionaire. So whatever, name it whatever, and .html. I can do the GitHub and all of that stuff, but that's for people who actually want to learn how to develop. And personally, I think you should learn that on your own. I'm just showing you a quick and snappy way. So now, boom, we have that saved. Cool. Thanks. I'm going to check it out. Hang tight for me. Alright. So boom. So now we go here. I'm just gonna go to recent, because it should just pop up in recent. So yeah. Systems online. Okay. Now, you see how this is bare bones? This is bare bones as fuck. Okay. Nice start. Here is what I want to change. I want to use arrow keys, comma, I need a better UI. This looks very basic, comma, I understand you don't want to give away our secrets, but I would like to feel like I'm walking down a hallway and I just don't. I need walls to the left and right of me, and I want to see an animation of the player walking forward for more. Here. Okay. Now I could edit this in Canvas, but I just don't feel like doing that right now, because I want to show y'all like how to do updates and if shit hit the fan and all of that. Like, this doesn't have any version control. You can make version control by saving a new text file. That's why I have so many different text files. So boom, I'm not even gonna read this. Like, you can read this, but for the sake of your guys' sanity and my sanity, I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna show y'all how to basically update. So you copy this, you click over here, you press Control A, A as in alpha, backspace, you delete everything. Now you come back, you press Control V because you copy, and you paste. Now you save. You bring up this and you refresh. I have no clue where I'm going. I guess I gotta look at the map. So bam, so now we have to work on the collision detection. If you do have a little bit of game knowledge, just fucking, yeah. We now need to work on collision detection and the colliders, because I will see a clear path and not be able to walk down the path. Okay, so boom, this is what makes this cool. So you come over here, you see how I'm trying to go forward and I can't, and it keeps saying path. I can turn around, but it keeps saying interface. So you take a screenshot, come over here, paste, you can feel free to read that on your own time. Here, I'll go up here a little bit so you guys can pause the video. Why are you running Java? And I asked you to make trust me, this is gonna happen all day. This is AI. AI is not perfect. Me and Vector, we do a lot of shit. I've been trying to do an Android app, so basically the AI thinks I'm gonna turn this into a mobile app. So that's why the AI keeps making Java, because we was working on Java the other day. So yeah, boom, we got that copied. We go back over yonder. Save. Refresh. And boom, we ran into our first bug. So yeah, we capture And once I get this finished and back working, I'm going to end the video so this doesn't go on too long. But I'm glad we got to run into a bug. Now we have no walls and can't tell if the game is even. Okay, I stopped the response by mistake. Now you can make the screen bigger and all of that later. Right now I'm just giving you guys the framework on what to do, how to do it, and how to keep things simple. I could show you guys how to open up canvas mode, but that's for another day. We're gonna try this. I'm not even gonna say this is the hard way. This is the more tech savvy way. This is the more tech savvy way, because once you get this down packed, you could just open up canvas mode, plop this into canvas mode, and edit it straight off the canvas. But this is getting you used to updates and getting into the work process, because whether you making an app, a SaaS, whatever, all the big technical words, if you watching this video, you know all the fucking technical words. So yeah, you want to learn how to version control and update. Can we focus on HTML? I don't want to keep repeating myself, comma. This is an HTML game vector. Please understand that. No more Java from this point forward. Say it with me before you write another line of code for this game. No more Java. And you can't, I cuss at my shop. What the fuck wrong with you? But right now, it's early in the morning, and you know that's for later. That's for later fucking terms. You know what I'm saying? Right now, she doing her thing, he doing her thing, whatever. You know, it's early in the morning. Nobody wants to get pissed off early in the morning. You know. So boom, and let's hope this works. Refresh. No, it's not. Just let me double check. I might have to wait a second. I might have to wait a minute. Just double check. Wait a second. Okay, boom. So there we go. Now, that's a wall. Walked forward cleanly. Wall ahead. Better? That's better. But that's the gist of it. I could do way more editing and all of that stuff, but I don't want this video to be too long. You can tell that the character is moving. The animation needs to be smoother. But yeah, the level gauge is going up. I have to add enemies. I got to do a lot of stuff. I can add the points. You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing you really need to work on is this and a battle system and stuff like that. But basically, you almost have a basic functioning game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Peace.